Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. मैं हूं नाजिया FM 107 से and welcome to the show called Ambassador of the Month where we celebrate diplomatic excellence. Today we are at the Embassy of Uzbekistan and it's an honor and privilege to connect with the Ambassador of Uzbekistan to Qatar, His Excellency Ashraf Khodjaev. Okay, Your Excellency, since you are the first ambassador of Uzbekistan to Qatar, so tell me how would you like to define your role as an ambassador in order to strengthen the bilateral relation of the two countries, Qatar and Uzbekistan?
Well, yes, being the first ambassador, of course, it's a big privilege for me, but at the same time, it's a big responsibility. We now enjoying a very high level of relationship between Uzbekistan and Qatar. It's reached the level of strategic partnership. This, of course, urged me and my team to work harder and work toward the making our collaboration more practical and, of course, making our relationship more stronger and more closer. It is already 1 year of my diplomatic mission here in Qatar. This year, of course, was very fruitful. It was a very interesting time for me to be here in Doha. I believe that it is one of the best places that any ambassador wish to work and live. It's a wonderful country and a very nice environment for the diplomatic person and family, of course.
Okay, Your Excellency, since we know that Uzbekistan has, undergone some significant reforms in the recent years, so tell me how has this thing actually impacted the overall economy?
Yes, since 2017, our country, when the current president was elected, Mr. Shavkat Mirziyoyev, of course, our country now enjoying a very significant change. It is the new economic reforms making our country more stronger, more open, with more diversified and stable economy. And this kind of modernization of our country and society, of course, already made some significant results. We can see that, for example, investment climate in Uzbekistan significantly changed and became more favorable. This is not just our observance, but it's confirmed by the international community, international business community. Just one example is that before 2017, the FDI inflow to Uzbekistan was about $3-4 billion. But currently, for example, last year, we succeeded to attract $35 billion to our economy. It means that the trust and belief of the international investors to Uzbekistan future became more solid and stronger.
How is Uzbekistan, balancing its economic growth with the sustainability, particularly in the sectors like agriculture and energy?
Of course, the sustainable development is a key priority for our economy and for our nation. And it is one of the main tasks for our strategy 2030. Uzbekistan is a country in Central Asia which suffers from the environmental challenges a lot. And the climate change effect to our region is very huge. And of course, in these realities, under the wise leadership of our president, we are implementing quite active strategy for developing of renewable energy, for example. So we have a portfolio of the projects for around 30 gigawatt of solar and wind power. So we believe that it will help not just to enforce our energy security, but also make our country more clean in terms of the pollutions and so on, and make our energy system more sustainable.
What other sectors are more promising, to attract the foreign investors or investments?
One of the promising sectors, of course, is real estate and hospitality, because Uzbekistan is one of the top destinations in the world in terms of tourism. And for example, last year we host around 7 million foreign tourists. And this year we expect at least 9 million tourists. And this big number of visitors, of course, require the hospitality infrastructure, first of all, hotels, different level of hotels and other infrastructure. We believe that in this stage of development of our economy, there is plenty of opportunities for the international investors to benefit from the current investment climate and incentives which government provide to attract foreign investors. So beside this, agriculture is one of the big sectors that has a huge opportunities for the international investors. And bearing in mind that Uzbekistan land has so many reserves of the critical minerals and metals, the mining sector is becoming also very promising, and it is gold, copper, uranium, molybdenum, and other metals which are currently in very high demand in the international markets. And we are open to any international investors, particularly from Qatar, to come and to explore opportunities in these sectors. You know, with the neighboring countries, it is very interesting thing happened. Thanks to the very open and friendly policy of our president toward the Central Asia countries. We succeeded to increase our trade with the neighboring countries by many times. And currently they are one of the largest trade partners for Uzbekistan. So speaking about the Qatar, the current level of the trade between our countries is not too high. It does not correspond to the level of the relationship that we have. But at the same time, we believe that there is plenty of opportunities. We believe that Qatar could be an industrial and logistic hub for the Uzbek products to be exported through Qatar to other markets of the Middle East and Africa.
Your Excellency, tell me now, let's talk about education. What initiatives are in place, to promote education and the vocational training, keeping in view the demand of the modern economy?
You know, education, it is the basis of any development in any country. And of course, in Uzbekistan, it is one of the top priorities.
Top priorities.
Uzbekistan is a country with 40 million people almost. And 60% of them are youngsters. And all this require a very good and high quality education. You know, we established a very good contact with the Qatari universities, the Qatari Foundation, and exploring some university-to-university collaboration. But at the same time, this vocational training is also becoming very important. Why? Because there is a number of young people who would like to find jobs abroad and to grow professionally. And for them, the Qatari market is also giving a good opportunity. And currently, in collaboration with Doha University of Science and Technology, we are working on one of the projects which can provide a very good vocational training system in Uzbekistan, in one of the provinces of Uzbekistan. It is just on the initial stage of development, but we believe that very soon we will have a very good results from this collaboration.
Okay, we know that Uzbekistan is known for its rich culture and heritage. So how would you like to define your role in order to promote cultural tourism?
You know, culture, it is in our DNA, because Uzbekistan is a country in the crossroad of the Silk Road. Of course, it's the mix of cultures and influencers from other regions. The great heritage of the Islamic civilization and Islamic culture in Uzbekistan we believe it is opening new horizons of the interaction between the Qatari and Uzbek people. We believe that Qatari society could learn a lot from the culture of Uzbekistan, history of Uzbekistan, the architecture and the monuments which are still in the cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva. And we believe that more visits from Qatar to Uzbekistan will open all these beauties for the Qatari people, and they can enjoy this culture and diverse culture and contribute to the strengthening ties between our people.
Okay, Your Excellency, tell me regarding the environmental issues, particularly the Aral Sea crisis. So what are the strategies of the government and they are pursuing, in order to address this challenge?
Yes, unfortunately, it is very pity story, and that during one generation, the fifth largest inland sea in the world almost disappeared. So more than 90% of this Aral Sea now is a desert. And of course, it's created a lot of environmental impact, social, economic impact, healthcare impact to not just to the people in Uzbekistan, but also in the regional dimension and even the global. It's a global disaster, and by the initiative of our president, we, in collaboration with the United Nations, we created a multilateral trust fund on the Aral Sea, which are accumulating the contribution from different donors and countries, international organizations, private sector, and invest this finance to different projects, including the access to the drinking water and to mitigating the negative effects of the climate change, the greening the bottom of the sea, Aral Sea, with the different green plantings, and which could prevent of the distribution of the salt which are on the bottom of the sea.
Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, Your Excellency, tell me how do you see the Uzbekistan's long-term vision for 2030, and what are the main goals of Uzbekistan in terms of economic growth and the social development?
It is very important question, and according to our strategy 2030, we have a number of goals, but the most important of them are, first of all, we put the target to increase our GDP to 200 billion by 2030.
Your Excellency, tell me how is Uzbekistan embracing digital transformation, and what initiatives are being undertaken to enhance the digital infrastructure and the services?
Digital transformation is very important, and Uzbekistan has developed its own digital strategy 2030, which also has a very concrete targets in many fields in terms of the digitalization of our economy, of our society. And one of the brilliant initiatives which was successfully implemented in Uzbekistan was 1 million coders. So during the few years, we succeeded to educate 1 million youngsters to be very competitive in the market of software production. So currently they are working in the IT park of Uzbekistan, and they are developing and producing software and other IT products which are exported to many countries around the world. First of all, to the European and American markets. And we believe that for the country with a young population, IT is the best solution to provide jobs to stimulate the business activities and to increase the social standards of living in our country.
Finally, what message would you like to convey to your international community regarding Uzbekistan's aspirations?
My message will be very short and clear. I would like to say that Uzbekistan, it is a new Uzbekistan now. It is more open. It is the country with the huge opportunities. And we would be happy to have more visitors from around the world to come to see our country, enjoy it, enjoy our tourism and hospitality, and of course explore business opportunities, investment opportunities, trade opportunities, and benefit for the future of our generations.
Thank you so much, Your
Thank you.
Excellency, for taking out this time and talking to us and for sharing such valuable insights.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you.